So today we're going to be doing some money spell work. I'm going to show you how I dress my candles and fix my candles. So the first thing that you want to look at is the wick. Is the wick centered? You always want to preferably get a candle where the wick is more centered. Mine is not, but I'm going to work with what I got. Okay? Because that's what we do. We work with what we got, right? Mine is not centered. So, to cleanse my candles, you don't need much. Less is so much more. You can cleanse with some holy water, some holy oil. And if you don't have holy oil, you can literally use extra virgin olive oil. That is what holy oil initially is, olive oil. Okay. Then I have my herbs that I plan on using. Make sure that the herbs that you use is for the purposes of manifesting money, such as clove, dill, things like that. When you dress your candles, make sure that you poke holes into your candle. And there is a reason for this, for poking holes into your candle. Okay. So this is so that when you are dressing your candles and you're adding your oils and your herbs, it's not super oversaturated. That way that your candle can have a good burn. That is what you want. If you oversaturate your candles with too many herbs, too much oil, does it look appeasing? Yes, it does. But if you do too much, it's going to get into the way of your workings. So look, less is more. So you just poke holes into your candle so that your herbs and oil is not oversaturated. Now what I'm going to do is cleanse and bless my candle. I like to also cleanse my hands before I actually start working with the candle. I cleanse my hands with some holy water, and I also already did this off of camera. I'm going to take my oil and start blessing and fixing my candle with the holy oil. You don't need a whole lot, okay? When I'm blessing my candle, I'm going to rub my candle in an upward motion because of the direction that you rub your candle, I want things to come to me. I want my manifestations to be heard. I want my manifestations to go up and be heard. Okay? Now, if I wanted to bring something down, maybe I wanted to do workings against something, I would rub the candle in a downward motion. That's just how I do things. And I'm putting my energy into this candle. I'm also putting the oil around the rim of my candle. And I'm setting my intentions. Okay. And you can also use a Bible verse or a book out of Psalms that can go with this money spell. You can use a book of Psalms that will bring you prosperity. Okay? So, give me a second. I'm going to continue doing what I do off camera really quick. Okay, so I'm back. I put in my herbs that I use for money drawing. Can't tell you what all those herbs are. And I also like to add an additional herb to all of my money attraction spells like this. It's a specific thing that I use to speed it up. If you want your workings to be sped up a little bit, research on what herbs to use to speed up the process of your workings. But I added that to mine. So my candle is fixed, it's blessed, and a lot of people think now, okay, now that I have my herbs and my candle's fixed, now I can just light it. No, you're still not done. There's an additional step that you need to do, specifically if you're also practicing hoodoo. You need to give life to the herbs as well. You can do this by blowing incense or tobacco smoke over the herbs before you light your candle, okay, to give those herbs a little bit more extra power. So that's actually what I'm going to do before I light my candle. I also want to mention that for women specifically, when you're doing work, you do know that your workings are a little bit more powerful when you're on your menstrual cycle. So I love doing work on my menstrual cycle because it's said to be believed that when a woman menstruates, that blood is representation of even more of a sacrifice to the spirits when you're doing work. So it just adds a little bit more extra touch to what you're doing, FYI. So that's just a couple of ways. I'm not going to tell everything that I do, but this is how I do my money spells, and I believe in doing money spells a lot. No shade, but money spells, this is just my personal opinion, money spells are a lot more important to do when it comes to love spells. You know, you want to sit there and waste all your time doing spell work on men and finding love, when in reality, baby, if you do more of these money spells if you do more of these money spells to bring you some money and prosperity, everything else will come in hand. Understand that. How you going to be broke and no money, but you're up here doing love spells to find a man? How did that work? Do some spells to put some coins in your pocket and bring you some prosperity first. That's self-love. Okay? So that's just how I do my money spells. Okay?